Hello everybody, I'm interviewing owners of a barbershop here in Poznan, Poland. And I came to this barbershop to get a cut the other day. But the interesting part of the story is that I came to Poznan 2 years ago and I brought Ayan and his brother to get a haircut. The place that we went to, he was working there. It was called Bishop. And I haven't forgot this guy ever since because his work was so amazing. Like, he did a haircut on Joel's head and I was like, where is this guy? I need to find him this time. So I went to Bishop looking for him. He wasn't working there anymore. So I asked Joel to find him, and he found that he was at his own barbershop. So I was very happy to hear that because, first of all, the progress, to see someone who has skills take it to the next level, because a lot of people have skills but they don't do anything with it, which is unfortunate, you know. So let's start there. How did you start this barbershop? What inspired you to start this barbershop and all that?
I started work as a barber like 5-6 years ago maybe, and it's some kind of job that I really liked it, but at a certain point you find out like you're just doing good in this job and there's no more progress like in your life. Like you just came to a point like you're a good barber, but what next? So I was thinking of just a place that it just fulfills all my needs in having your own place, just like architecture, the type of the hairdressing you serve, and many things. Like I wanted to leave a point on our map in Poznan or in Poland, like having your own craft in a certain place. Once you leave, the craft's still alive. So that was the main point where I wanted to start like my own place, not just to make money from it, but just to have satisfaction of leaving your craft somewhere where people still can have it even if you're not available anymore. And just cycle of life. So maybe that's just the only thing you can leave behind you when you're too old. Yeah, exactly. Yes. The thing you do, some people like it, some people hate it, some people just, for them it just doesn't matter, but still, if somebody likes whatever you do, so I bet it's just like important to leave it for them forever. It's not you who are just only giving the service, just some other people too. So that's where it started. And I had maybe the idea of the barbershop. Like I had the whole idea what I would like to have, but for this I need a lot of help, a lot of help. Where actually the other partner of my barbershop, my wife and my friend, she started helping with that part. We are so different, so probably we are not the same. Like we have some kind of interesting things that we do together, but a lot of the stuff we do is just like separated. Like I like what she doesn't like, and it could be like she likes things that I don't like. We think different. We are just different, like two different people, but it just like we merge.
It turned out to be an asset here because we can use different skills in different areas, like
different perspective tools.
I'm
like
better with papers and taxes and everything that's behind the scenes, like the administration of the shop.
I can have a vision, but
well, he's the artist.
I can have a vision, but to realize that you need a lot of more skills that I don't have. So I'm not good with the paperwork. I'm not good with some kind of managing stuff. Like I'm a bit free in my life. Like
you're a free spirit.
I just do what I think is right. But sometimes you need somebody who just like her. Somebody that tells you like whatever you think is right could be right for you, not right for everybody. So you need to look at work from a different perspective, which is actually the thing that we use in this barbershop. Everybody's using his own knowledge and his own mindset and point of view, and it's. But I bet it's some people say like if a place got two minds thinking about it, it could be hard. It could be hard, but it could be so useful too because you got two different minds, and everybody just of us just thinking in a different horizon, like having his own perspective and taking care of some parts that the other one didn't see.
We have a saying in Polish, so dwie głowy to nie jedna, which basically means that when you have two people thinking about one thing, you always come to more better solutions together when you combine your ideas. And that's what we're trying to do here.
This
Like
is the
we
main thing.
exchange ideas and we try to like find compromise very
Yeah.
often.
And
It's not that we're always on the same side. Sometimes we have to fight for our visions, for example.
But the best thing is just like simple. If you are married, somebody knows how to cook, the other one knows how to do the grocery. So you can't fight against each other, like who's gonna do the grocery and who's gonna just cook. It's just like who does it better
We
does
just
it.
divide.
So that's what
tasks.
actually, yeah, this is the main point of view we have right here. This is the main mindset. Like everybody was different, but he's strong in something, weak in something else. So we are together a bit stronger because I use the part she got, like the strength part of her character and her mindset, her point of view and everything, and she uses mine too. So together we just put like it's two different perspectives, but it's just like giving the place the best outcome because
We're stronger together.
we are strong together. So it's just all like I think about things, then somebody should just put it in paper, put it in an appropriate sequence. Like this is actually what she was doing all the time. She just grabbed all my vision and like I think of something. I like come on the top to do something, and then just I don't get the point how much effort do we need. Just
You think of something and I find a way
she
to
finds a way how
realize
to
it.
realize
Yeah,
it
that's
all the
a
time.
beautiful
It's
way of
just the
saying it.
brain and like you know the main brain of the whole place where actually you find a lot of stuff that's done actually thanks to her. So it's all about not only paperwork, but just many things. It's even the way we work inside the barbershop. Like we are all working in some kind of system where somebody had to think of it. There is some points where we actually can't just sit in the beginning, like how much work we give to that place, but who's gonna do what, when, schedules, and the organization itself. Like to organize a place like this, just too much work. Nobody sees it sometimes, but it's too much work. Maybe it's not that physical work, but it's a mental one, and it's more dangerous to the people doing it. So, you know, if all your job depends on your mind, at a certain point you can't just get a bug. You know what I'm saying? Like you feel like you're just not doing it at its best anymore because you're just overthinking or just really tired. So just working physically, you can go to sleep a couple of hours and you come back and you're just like feeling fresh. But you can't set your mind free at a point where you just finish your job, you're going back home, and you say like, I'm not gonna think about my job anymore, because you will. You can't stop your mind from thinking, you can't stop your body from working.
We're always at work.
So
There's always something to do here, there's always something to think about. So this is too much work for one person, definitely. Like we have to divide our work in order to make it work.
Yeah, and it goes a lot faster, right? When you have two people on two different tasks, where if one person was doing everything, it would take maybe a year. But if you have two people, you divide the work.
It takes 1.5 years in this case.
Yeah, but
Exactly.
yeah, it took, how long did it take you guys to renovate?
1.5 years.
1.5 years to renovate this place. So you see, that's another lesson I like to take is like, a lot of people want to be entrepreneurs, they want to be business people or whatever, which I think is a beautiful thing, but a lot of people don't realize how hard the work is, how much time goes in it, how much stress. And so it's not just like, I'm a boss, it's like a lot of...
It's definitely not
It's not
right.
about being a boss. Like everybody can say this word if you just grab some kind of people around you that they just tell you boss, so you're a boss. Like it's just a word. It's not all about being a boss. It's not about being a boss. It's all about just being true in everything you serve in people. So some people pay money for that, let's say, and they work hard for this money too. So we work hard to satisfy them too. It's just a main thing. Like if you're doing your job just to make money, so you'll make money maybe the satisfaction you get from things you do, like according to your points of view, according to your lifestyle, according to whatever you like. The effort we put actually in this job is not only about how much money you can get, because you can make money easier, way easier right now. Like you can invest in many things right now, which is actually online, and you can make money. So it's not about the business itself, just to get money from it. it's all about we're trying to leave something behind us. Like
It's a lifestyle
it's,
for us right now.
Exactly. For right now, it's life, but for like in the future, you can do a lot of things. Once you're gone, nobody just remembers it.
Yeah.
The only thing that
Legacy
leaves is
part.
your job, just your job, like your workplace and your workshop.
And what people remember of you as well, like the way that people perceive you, the way that people have a memory of you when you're gone. Is that something that you also look at as important?
I look at baby, but it's not only about people to remember me. Like I'm not the most important thing in this all. I'm talking about the service itself.
Okay.
If you go and you're the only one who's doing this, let's say in this place, so after you, nobody's gonna take the lead. The only thing is just like teaching some people the same thing that I do, so somebody else can do it. So even if you're gone, the job itself is still alive. Not
Okay,
me.
I understand.
It's not me. It's not us. It's all about the job itself. Still, somebody else will do it. Will do it at the same point, like on point, because it's all about teaching somebody the craft you got. So somebody else will do it after you, and you will teach somebody else. So it opening space for new people too. It's something we always wanted to do. Something that you help somebody else to do something else. Realize his or her dream. Maybe some people want to be barbers. Maybe they want to start this, and some people want to be a classic barber. And it takes more time, more effort, and more job. It's more sophisticated to get that kind of haircut than any kind of other haircut, which is just simple or it just new. So you can do anything which is not done before, and you can call it new. But some certain things should be done at a certain point, at certain.
It's all about quality.
This is my first time having a long conversation with these two, but I feel like I've known them for such a long time. And
That's a nice thing.
yeah, I have to say, very humble. That's what I like a lot about you guys. You guys are very humble. And yeah, it's amazing to see that.
So this is all about actually our relationship, because you asked about this point. The same way we manage our relationship and the difference between us is the same way we just manage this place. We are different, but we use this kind of
Definitely are different from each other. Yeah.
Like this.
But it's a good thing.
Exactly.
Especially when you run a business. Like you need to know how to use your skills. And divide work. It's too much for one person. Definitely too much.
They're an inspiration couple, guys. I said it before, I'm gonna say it again. I think they're an inspiration for especially young Polish people in Poland.
That's a huge responsibility you're putting
I'm
on
sorry,
us.
but it's coming out naturally. I have to put it. So yeah, I think that from what they're saying, as a team, working together as a couple, and everything that they're saying just now is very inspiring. And I think a lot of people, young couples, old couples, whatever age you are, you can learn and you can benefit from the information.
Yeah,
So,
be prepared for hard work. It's not like
it is too.
we were born this way. We had to work hard both on ourselves, like each of us separately, and then combine it together and learn how to compromise, learn how to make it work, so that everybody's satisfied.
Exactly.
Somehow their visions have to meet, and it takes a lot of energy sometimes. Sometimes there are difficult times too. It's not like everything's simple. It's not, especially in this time. I mean,
COVID
the
time,
pandemics.
It was so hard. Even
We survived
everything
2
takes-
lockdowns. I think we're ready for anything that's going to happen right now. We've been through a lot, but it only made us stronger.
Yes, I agree, definitely.
Also, this place had a lot of troubles with the COVID situation. So we had to look for a lot of materials. There actually was a huge lack of materials in the market, and sometimes you order things and you just wait for a month for delivery, and it wasn't that easy, because I mean in a regular condition, in regular market, no pandemic disease and all that stuff, it could have been easier maybe, but at the time when we started in, I bet, February 2020. So that was exactly 1 month before
The first lockdown.
the first lockdown, and we were in Amsterdam.
Wow.
We're buying actually furniture from there. There's a place, the
Yeah, we
city.
bought some,
Yeah,
but we didn't get them
Didn't get 'em.
delivered because of
Oh.
COVID.
because once we came back home, the borders were closed. So at this we had to wait, and we had two weeks to send somebody for the delivery. So the company we signed a contract with the company. If you didn't pick up your stuff in 2 weeks, it's canceled. So we paid for that, but we couldn't get it because the borders were closed. So. Like there was a lot of complications because of the COVID-19 situation. There was sometimes where actually all the construction works in the country were postponed. So if you started to renovate anything at this time, so probably you could get a huge fine or a ticket that is really
Yeah, we're only
unbelievably
we're only
to
halfway
pay.
through.
Like it's just still huge, like 20K, 30K payments just because you renovated your place during the pandemic, so we had to close.
Like the fine cost that much?
Yeah,
Oh my goodness.
yeah, 20,000, 30,000. That's the way actually it was here. So we had to just stop all the work inside the barbershop, stop the renovating, the renovation.
Yeah, and then we were almost ready to open, like officially open the shop after the whole renovation thing. And then there was the second lockdown.
Yeah.
So we had to wait to open
Okay.
again.
And then we started the upper floor. Once we started to work right here regular, like every day, like a daily routine, and the place was just doing good. So we started to take care of the other part, which actually was postponed many times too because of the COVID situation. Because you, as I told you, you order some materials and you don't get it. So you just have to wait for it, and you wait and wait and wait, and then just like
Make it
Yeah.
everything. throws
everything's
everything
postponed
behind.
because you have to finish some part so you can start the other one.
Yeah.
I don't know, you have to make the walls smooth. We can just paint it. So if it's not smooth, it's not gonna be painted. So a job is waiting for another job, waiting for another
Yeah,
job.
and right now it's even harder with the upper floor. I think I said this before that right now we're managing this place, and at the same time we're trying to make work another place.
Yeah.
So
Upstairs.
this is done.
Exactly,
When
but
did
the
you guys
work
finish this?
is not done yet. When
This
we
like
open
April.
in May,
April, yeah, we finished
we open in May on
Okay.
the 1st of
last
May.
year.
And then you guys have a 2-floor place. So there's this floor and then the upstairs.
Yep.
Exactly.
And so the upstairs is going to be a coffee shop. you told me.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yes.
And a bar.
And that's renovated. And a bar as well.
Yeah, it's a place where you can get a drink.
Okay.
Doesn't matter if it's non-alcoholic, alcoholic, or
Smoke
there's smoking
cigarette.
lounge over there.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
So, as I told you before, we are planning to have some
Just-
kind of music sessions, like live music.
Yeah.
It's a part of just like attraction for people and also attraction for musicians, young musicians just trying to show their job that they don't have a place where they can have their own scene and their own music, their own interpretations. So it's a place for many people, not only for us. For some people who want to have, let's say, an exhibition, they need a place so they can
Even
just
like
show
paintings and stuff. Like
Yeah, we would
anything,
like to do
anything,
that.
Wow.
anything, clothes. Anybody who got any kind of vision, anybody who got, he just needs a place. He's welcome.
I love it. I love the concept, man. It's beautiful.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. So about, I mean, it took a long time. It's hard to say the exact dates of when things will be finished, but when do you think roughly upstairs will be done?
I think the worst
She's
part
here.
is done. Actually, they're working right there, right now.
Can you hear
So
a little
we've got
bit
some
of
noise
Yeah,
rain?
here.
if you hear some noise, it's the construction workers.
Unfortunately, it's the only day off actually, and
Yeah.
we don't want to disturb the clients too. Or just you're trying to get a haircut and relax, so probably not just drilling over there and just doing noise. So that's why we use our days off to do the renovation things over there. So that's why we work actually 7 days a week. So we get back to
And
the point.
somehow nicely we moved from the day,
Yeah.
which I
Yeah,
love.
we get back to the
No,
point,
I
actually.
think that the worst part is done. So right now it's basically like decoration mostly. But since we want to do it properly, as we did with this floor,
Right.
and we want to make it as good as it could be, we will take our time. We just want to make sure that it all fits, that it's all like within the
It's also hard, like
climate. you
Yeah.
know, within the
Within,
how
like,
do you call it,
the
the
type of style
style.
that you
Yes,
get.
we
Yeah,
want
so-
to keep the style. We want to make it authentic.
And just like also you started one part of the shop and then you gave people some kind of perspective what you're doing. So they have right now some kind of expectations, yeah, for sure. Like they're waiting for something certain thing, not for something. So the point is the way you gave them the kind of look, the kind of style every year, like the atmosphere they can feel, makes actually your job harder because you need to keep the same spirit over there. So it's just like, you know, you start to do something, it was random in the beginning. Let's say you just did it, you're waiting for people, and you can't expect like people will like it or not, but you're not sure of it. So once you found out like people like it and they like this, just did, like, it makes your job harder because if you just like switch your lane, you know, if you switch the way where you're working, if you just change something, if you do it quick, if you don't take care of the detail that made people like this part, they won't like the other part.
Right.
I mean, just
Like there's no connection, right?
Yeah. So that's why it's harder right now because if you finish it one at a time, people will just come in and they will like it as it is. It's
Right.
just like they see something, they like it, it's okay. Maybe they will like this part, but they will hate the toilet or they will hate the the smoking lounge or whatever. But they will say that this place is good because they've seen it just at once. But if you have half of it finished and then you show like they're expecting something over there that they don't see.
Yeah.
So one day they'll come in and see it, and somebody will just think of it like it's not the same level like the other floor. Could be better. It's not a problem. If
But
it's
you
better,
can see, right? Like if
I can
people
see this.
don't put time
We
as
can't
much
see
into
this
something
either.
as something else, right?
Yes.
yeah. So it should be at the same level,
We
Like,
pay attention to
same-
the details.
Yeah.
precision.
Like I think you can see it in here,
Definitely.
and basically everything we do around here all day long is connected to being like truly devoted to it. We want to make it perfect, and everything we do about this is search for perfection. Even pictures that we take them with analog cameras. We don't use phones.
Digital,
Oh, you do
or
like the
digital
old,
cameras.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you scroll
Yeah.
through our Instagram page, it's all analog photos.
That's awesome.
So it also takes time and effort because you don't know what you're going to get from your film. You take a picture and then you have to wait for a photographer to get it
develop
out,
this.
Yeah.
and only after he does it you can see if it works or not.
And this is actually
So-
an example of what we asked before, because I like the way the photos are when it's analog.
Right.
So I used it before in my graduation projects and many things when I was studying. So I like this. So I just said I like this. I want this. This is all what I thought of. The only person who actually took it on their shoulders and just like try to do something, try to make some kind of outcome, just to organize it. Actually, was Susan. So she this is the point I'm telling you. I had just a point like I like this kind of photos and it's more matching the barbershop than the other kind of cameras. The one who's actually responsible for the Instagram, for the photos, going to the photographer just like to print the pictures or whatever to get it in a form of a digital form so we can add them on Instagram. It's here. It's here.
So with Mickey you get the idea.
Yeah.
You get the concept and you get what needs to be done, but there are no tools.
Yeah.
The tools you have to work out yourself, and yeah, this is what we do. We just try to find the best ways to like cover our vision to make it work. So sometimes we fail.
But see, I just told you about the kind of photos. I think Instagram is more than just analog photos. There's some kind of history over there. So somebody had actually the vision for the history. So if you have a vision, you don't need somebody who just got the tools. He needs to have a vision too. Which actually, that's what we found in our relationship.
Okay.
I had the first vision, just the analog camera. The way we can have those photos made. somebody actually was taking care of the photos, taking care of the whole style of the page, the information you give to people on our page, actually communication with people and interaction,
Yeah, that's why
everything. Somebody had to think, like somebody had to find it out. Somebody had to just actually have vision to, not only tools,
Yeah.
to just make it like.
But this is also why it's difficult
In
for
this
us
form.
to find people who could like take this burden of our shoulders,
Yeah.
because many of our ideas, they are difficult to translate.
Yeah.
Like it's difficult to explain to other people what exactly we want.
So like he has a vision because you think that because you guys know each other so well, if you explain your vision to her, she knows.
We talk too much too.
Probably yes.
Yeah, like you know how to
Yes.
take it.
And for me, sometimes it's difficult because I'm not a photographer. So I just try it. I just try it out, and sometimes I'm not 100% sure it's going to be perfect, but I'm still learning. And yeah, sometimes it's difficult for us to find people who could help us with this, because our vision is so complex,
Right.
and it's even difficult to explain to other people what we want, what we expect, because yes, it's still in our heads, and we try to like work this through and find the best ways. So we're still learning, and there's so much to learn. Like
But still,
every day there's something new.
See, nobody
Like
was
this-
born actually.
This job
forever.
is
Yeah.
never boring.
So probably the point is she started this and she's doing this, and I bet she's doing really good job on her own. Like she knows exactly what she wants. Yeah, that's it. Like see, I'm telling you, it's not only about doing the stuff and just having a vision for it too. Like not. That's how we cooperate. That's how we do it. That's
Yeah,
how we
we
work.
talk
Everybody's
and
responsible
talk
for a
and
part, and
talk.
he just does his job. So,
Yeah, we get home most days at around 8 p.m. and then we talk for hours. What are we going to do next? What should we do with, I don't know, with Instagram, with marketing, with managing place, with basically anything.
Yeah.
So there's so
further
much conversation every day, so much stuff to work through.
but we live in this way anyway. Like we just go back home and we start to talk about everything that happened. We spend a lot of time together. It could be a good or bad thing, but still, like it's worth it because we just spend too much time together. We know how to spend time together, which is something positive, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So just.
This is something that we also had to learn. Because we're basically 24 hours together. It's not like, normal
Especially
other
in business.
couples.
I mean, you need to be more
other
friends
couples
than.
go to different works and they have those 8 hours apart. They
Oh, true. Yeah.
like start to miss one another. And in our case, it doesn't happen. So we had to like figure out a way not to fight all the time, because it's easy sometimes to get stubborn on your idea, for example. So the way to compromise, finding the way how to compromise.
It's
I
also
think
not
this is
only
the
about
key.
it's not only about being coupled, because there's a lot of couples all over the world. Just like it's a regular thing. It's just like the way you manage this kind of life. So we still have this part that to be friends too, like not only couples. So maybe this is the only thing that can let us work together. Because let's say a job, we do this part like we are a couple. We know we're aware of it, but we're doing the part of being still friends. We don't hide things. We just talk freely. Like we just talk a lot.
Yeah, because all things considered, we are friends. Like we are friends from work. At the same time.
At home too. Just like we are a couple, we are a family, and we are still friends too.
Many things in one.
Many things.
Exactly. Yes.
And
Many
you
things in one relationship.
That's why we can spend a lot of time together. I'm not bored. Like I bet she's not bored too. It's just like I don't get bored sitting and talking with her. If it's just like 1 hour, 2, 3, or 10, or we just do good. Like we can sit for a long time and just talk. So it's a good thing. It helps our work too. Seemed like we can go anywhere, we just go together. We just spend time.
When you guys were bringing stuff in here, like it could have been the couch, it could have been whatever, like the lamp. Like which one is your favorite piece, and what's the story behind it getting from where you guys got it to here?
I bet everybody of us got his own favorite part. This part is mine.
Yeah.
Your favorite
This
part is
corner.
I've seen it. See, this is the first part. This is the first part in the whole barbershop where I actually started to just arrange, like to put my couch over here, to have everything. I know that it had to look like this. I know that these pieces are going over here. I bet Zula's part could be over there too, because she started to think of just recycling the. See, this is different between us. I try to look for something beautiful. Let's say, from my point of view, could be just not beautiful for somebody else, but. I started to do it from some way like I need this and that, and I will do this. What you say this part. For Zuze, it was like, I bet she is more into recycling things, no waste, and all this stuff. So
yeah, she's thinking about economizing.
That's my job.
It's more of the woman's role in general.
Yes,
I think.
She started to collect the empty bags of the pomades over there, and one day she used it as decoration, and she was like, "Why won't we use this in our shop?" And we were like, we can cover this part. So that was actually the idea that we started to use all this stuff. So this part over there is just, I bet the one sheet and then on her own, and that was her vision, and it's lovely.
So that's also like an example of how you guys work together as well, right?
Yeah.
Like she thought about recycling. You're like, I want to do something.
Yeah.
That's a zero cost something.
Yeah.
And for me, this
That did
shop
cost us something.
is,
Yeah.
So, but both of them are beautiful.
for me, this shop is also an opportunity to like have a vent for my ideas, for my creativity, because I got to a point in my life where I thought I kind of lost my creativity, and it was difficult for me to like let my artistic side live. And I can do creative stuff in a shop, even though I don't cut hair, which is the creative like part of working in a barbershop. And my job is rather connected to papers and administration, so there's not much space to be creative in this area. So I had to find other ways to like use my creativity. And for example, the wall that Mickey talked about with the empty cans of pomade is one of them. But also like simple stuff like our pictures that we print and put on the walls. Like even the paper that we use to print those and was made ourselves by us. Like we, this is a funny story. It's also connected to economy, of course, because you know I could just easily take the pictures to a photographer and say I need those printed, do it for me. But I wanted them to look in a specific way. I wanted them to be to look old, like everything does in this place. So we invented a way of doing this by we used tea to make stains on the paper. Then we dried the paper and ironed it, and thus the paper looks like it's old. It's yellowish.
I gotta check those out after. That's cool.
That's how we do it. So really everything in here, even the pictures on the walls, are not just printed. Like the process, there's a process behind it. Everything is thought through, very
That's
thoroughly.
what I told you actually like a couple minutes earlier, so that it's not like I'm the only one who can have a vision over here. Everybody got his own. Everybody does whatever it takes just to make this place better. So this is a part of it, like, and some parts of even the artistic part of the barbershop, it's not me, it's somebody else. It's the same like some parts of the paperwork too could be me. Like you never know. Some kind. It's like everybody who can do something this, he does it, like, or she.
So you're open-minded, basically. If one of your barbers has an idea, you might consider it.
Yeah, we want to have this place beautiful, not just beautiful for us, beautiful for everybody. And we wanted to have a place where everybody can just realize his own vision to. Yeah, of course, if it's matching, like because we are different.
It has to be matching.
Yeah, I mean,
course.
it
We want
has to be
keep the
matching
style.
because there's a main
Yeah.
theme for the place, and we should like stick to it, not because this is the best, just because it's like this.
Yeah,
Like, it's made like this way. Yeah.
Your vision, you started it, and then other people come through here, and they're adding to what you built.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's always the same. Like when I say you can't go to a sushi bar and ask for pizza. I like them both, but it's not one better than the other. It's just like, you know, like
Different places for different things.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's the same. Like if anything's matching the theme we just started over here, it's welcome. Some people even bring us things from outside, and they know that it's gonna match over here. If it's matching, we just thank them and we take it. We accept it. Like there's a different way of making money right now, so everybody's choosing whatever he wants, like the different kind of living. So some people like to invest their money in something that it just brings back money. Some people think like they want to invest their money in something that brings you life. Like it could be hard life right now because we still have work. We still have a lot of work, but at some certain point, some things are gonna be done in this place. You don't get back to this. Same like renovation. We don't renovate here, over here, downstairs. We don't renovate anymore. We just decorate. It's easier than just like trying to look for some people that they give some kind of service over here. You buy things, use it here. So you do it on your own, so it's easier. So things get easier by time. It just takes time at the beginning. You already invested your money in something that you want to live it. It's some kind of a good way too to make living. Like I'm not saying it's because everybody has to make a living.
We all have
you have
bills
to
to
earn
pay
it
and
yourself.
stuff.
Yeah, for sure. You can't live for free, so you can't work for free. But it's not mainly about money. It's about you want to have a job, and then you want to live from the job. You want to make some earnings, like to afford some kind of life. So this is the way we chose it, and it could have been bitcoins or whatever, but you know, everybody does whatever it takes, whatever he knows, whatever. I'm not trying to even make fun of it. Like it just everybody invests his money in something else. There are some stuff that give you money so you can live with the money. There are some things that can give you life.
Yeah, like there's more purpose sometimes, right?
Yeah.
Like you said, like giving back, giving opportunity to others.
Yeah. And try to
that's-
have fun.
Yeah,
with it.
it's fun.
Definitely.
It just like experience. Everything we do is experience too. Like even if you invest your money in anything else, it just you can invest your money and go to sleep and wait for it to work, or you can just invest your money and live in the same investment all the time. It's a different kind of experience. And you can make money and then go live with it somewhere else. You can make money and live in the same place.
Also a skill like that you build, right?
I don't know if it's a skill or just something that could be an instinct at some point for some people.
Yeah, true. Some people are just
We always live whatever we do. Like we don't do things just for the purpose to be done. We just live it, even if it's a cake that we do back home. Like and we just live every single thing we do. So
like live in the moment, enjoy life, and
I bet it's not a choice. Even when we're working like this, or we invest like this, and we just live like this. It just the way how we are. Like this is how we are.
He strikes me as a deep kind of conscious person, which is
Yes,
he?
he definitely is.
Okay,
But it's not
I'm the
right.
same
It's
way.
not right because it sometimes hurts. Like it sometimes good, and sometimes it hurts because sometimes it makes you away from people. Like
Yes.
it's different. It's different because you see something. It sounds hard. I know it's hard. I didn't say it's easy, but I know it's affordable. So the word hard doesn't like if I said I will do this, doesn't mean that it's easy or not. It's not about being easy. It's about being this, like that, this way, just like this way. It could be hard for somebody else even to take this kind of vision and live it because somebody didn't choose it, let's say, or he chose to be a part of it, but he didn't choose it at the beginning, at the early beginning, let's say. So it could be a little bit nerve-wracking for somebody, like just to have some kind of life you're living and some kind of stuff to do and all what is going on with this barbershop. So you feel like you put somebody in a job that maybe doesn't want to do or something. Like just to be that conscious could be just bad for somebody else because they don't care about us. They care about you being conscious or not. They care about some kind of reality. So yeah, I knew that this place is hard to fix. Like
makes you
yeah,
stubborn.
it is.
Because you have your
Yeah,
vision.
exactly. I mean, I knew that this place is gonna be hard to do, but I know it's somehow to be done. It's okay. Like
nothing's impossible.
no, I don't look about. I don't take care of the. Nah. I don't take care of the effort that I will put in something. I just take a look at the outcome. I keep the outcome in my mind all the time. I want this outcome.
That's a cool
I don't care what I'm gonna do. I need this.
Yeah. You see the outcome. You see the end
Yes.
goal.
That's why maybe it makes me nervous when somebody tells me it's hard. I'm not asking you if it's hard or not.
That's my job.
Exactly. Yeah, but exactly. I'm not asking if it's hard or not.
Yeah.
I'm not asking about it at all.
Yeah, but sometimes you just need the reality check.
Well, maybe hard
This
is
is
easy
me.
for some people too. Like, because you're looking at something else. You're waiting for the outcome. You're waiting for the end. So anything that you're going to do, like the whole path, is just for you. It's a process, hard or easy. I'm not taking a look at this if it's hard or easy. It's not a parameter like I'm taking in consideration. Like every time I'm thinking about something, it's going to be easy or hard. I can do it or not. If I can do it, then it's easy.
That right there.
It's just if
that
I can't do
last
it, it's
couple
easy.
minutes, gems. Great advice.
So this is the point. This is actually the main conflict between us, because I don't count. I don't count like the effort. I know I have it. How much it is, I know I have it.
You're willing to do anything to get there.
Everything.
Just put it in front of me.
Just
What do I have to do?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I know that it's hard to understand it sometimes from my point of view. Like it's easy. This is not easy. It took 1.5 years to do it already, but I think it's easy because it's done. So it's easy.
And it's done
affordable.
now. It's done now, so you can see that all that hard work, they didn't give up.
Yeah.
So that shows what he's saying. It's manifested. Like he's not just talking. Some people just talk, but they don't have the experience. They're talking. The place is done. It's running. It took them 1.5 years to get here.
Yeah, and actually, they like the same point. See, let's say Zula thought like it's hard to do this. She barely was responsible for 90% of the renovation that happened over here. More than even 90% could be. Still, this is what I said at the beginning. Let's say that it's easy. I know it took a lot of nerves and a lot of just like problems, a lot of conflicts. You need to manage your day and your life and your work and everything according to like whatever is happening over here and many things. But at a certain point in the beginning, when Zuza started to take over the place and just to renovate, like to keep the schedule of renovating this place like on point, like just to have some kind of common sense. She said it's hard, but she made it. So it's not hard. I just say like if you just did it, so probably next time say that everything is easy, and it will be easy. You will do a lot of things, but still your mindset is it's easy for me. Once you achieve this, it means you said it, you made it.
Once you achieve it, yeah. I think that's the main thing. Is like when people they see something that's very hard in their mind, but once they actually accomplish it, then they realize that they can do it. Like say, you might think, oh, I can't do that, but you do it, and now you know, I can do it. What's the next step? And you keep pushing yourself.
I bet if somebody's telling himself that he can't do this, so probably he won't start, and it's just awful thing. Like I don't know, don't put boundaries to yourself. Like come on, man, just like one life, one death, one everything. Like
That's something I had to learn.
Yeah.
Because to me, there are all boundaries, like all problems. Everything was difficult. Because objectively it was, but eventually we found a way. And
you made it.
Probably, yeah, of course. Yes,
don't call it hard. Call it easy for you because you made it.
But it doesn't make it easier. I mean, the way was really bumpy. The road was bumpy.
Well, it was a 1.5 year renovating place, so it is too much. I'm not saying it's not too much, but you made it, so it's easy for you.
It's been a lot, yes.
No,
see, you made it like making a dinner for yourself, so you made it. It's easy for you.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, that's.
I have to agree. We made it. We made it. Yeah.
That's good stuff. So, what do you guys What do you guys think is unique about this place? This barbershop out of any other barbershop in Poznan?
Okay, the spirit, the theme itself, the music, the kind of haircuts, people, the way we just interact with people, which is actually just like this, like we're not faking it, just we live like this.
Yeah.
Everybody over here is welcome. We have a lot of relationships with neighbors in the building. We know everybody over here. Like, this is the way we live. This is the way we live. You live in a community. I mean, I have some kind of my like point of view where if you live in a community and there's a lot of people there, so you have to know that you're gonna have a relation with these people. The relation could be just a look in the eye in the morning once you're just passing by, whatever. The relation could be a problem. So you have to choose one. So just make it good.
Yeah.
Like, should be a relationship between every single person who comes to your community. He can't be unseen in your community if he's living in it.
Yeah.
So if you know that you have to have some kind of relationship with these people, even though it's a far one, close one, a bad one, a good one. So choose whatever matches you, whatever makes you comfortable with that. I bet if I have to see somebody in my life, barely every day or every week or every month, or like just seeing this buddy, keep seeing this buddy. So you should have some kind of relationship that you know that is gonna be good for the long term. So I think the easiest thing is just like having a good relationship with anybody who shows up in your community.
Yeah.
At least he's not gonna have some kind of, I don't know, hate against you or whatever. Like, just people, you didn't do nobody nothing wrong, so they can hate you for it.
Yeah.
And you're not trying to get some kind of benefit from these people, like against their will. You're not trying to use them. You're not trying to manipulate them or whatever. You're just trying to have a good conversation in the morning, say. And that's all of it. So keeping your relationship with people good, with your community good, makes things easy. Once you have a problem, you'll find a lot of people asking you if you need a hand. So why
True,
not?
yeah,
Why not? Like, you gotta have a certain relationship with these people anyway. You can tell them, don't park your car over here because you're blocking my door. What would you get from that? Another conflict. He will wait for you till you park your car somewhere that bother him and tell you.
Yeah. Like you just started something.
Exactly. You start a conflict with somebody for no reason. I mean, I know this car could be just harmful for us for some couple of hours, and it's gone later. But this dude, if I just go and tell him like, don't park your car over here because it's blocking my entrance or whatever, this problem is gonna keep just running for your whole life. He's not gonna move out. You're not gonna move out. You just started something that's unnecessary for you. So if somebody shows up in our life, for me, I choose this to have a good relationship with these people because he's gonna be for some time at least. This makes life easy. It makes life easier than just.
Yeah, true. Very true. Just keep. I mean, everybody's a human being, and like, I like to look at human beings as consciousness. Like, we're more than just a physical body. We're consciousness. We're energy. So if you interact on that level, then you see past the mask, you see past the physical, which is just like a suit.
Yeah.
And you see the inside of people, which is the energy.
Exactly. Also, it's just like, some people can look at you and feel like you're so far to talk to, like, and it's a bad thing, because you find out like some people just are afraid of you. You have never had any kind of conversation with these people, and just like find out like, they're afraid of you.
That's just from the physical.
Yeah,
aspect.
like we sometimes see some people that I feel like they're afraid of us. There's some kind of, so why not to show your best part? It's not something bad. It's not something to be like ashamed of. Be good to people, they'll be good to you. Some people, when you're good to them, they'll try to use you, so just cut them out. Yeah, I'm not saying I'm taking them every day to dinner or to my place, but be nice. Like, be nice till they show you something different, so change maybe your mindset. But why would I consider everybody bad and just treat everybody the same way? Because I want to just keep the problems away from me. This person is going to show up anyway. So make him closer first, and then if it's bad, just thank you.
Yeah, at least you get
Give
to
him a
know if
chance.
someone's bad, right?
Give everybody a chance, because you're going to live with these people. You're not living alone on earth like you. I'm not even that kind of person who just everywhere in every place and you can see him like I work, I stay home, or I go meet my friends. I can go to a bar or whatever, just get a drink and restaurant. But you won't see me, I don't know, concerts or sometimes we go. But like I'm not everywhere. I'm not that kind of person you can find him everywhere. Still, anywhere I show up, I try to be nice to people.
It's a good message.
Why would I start a problem for no reason? Like what would give me? So
Be nice to people
And
first.
your wives.
I think like it's not about like saying sweet things about your wife in front of the camera because it sounds good. It makes people think of you like a good person.
Yeah.
She is a good person. She is a hard worker. She is a good person. She is like she deserves it. It's not something you say because you want to say for somebody just to think of you better. It's not about me. It's about actually her. 'Cause some people think if I said a good word about my wife, it's just like I'm trying to be the nice one. It's just giving somebody some kind of credibility for something that they've been doing. I can say that for some parts of my life, at some points, I overthink. Should be somebody at this point to show me a limit. Which actually sometimes it's my wife. Because I don't trust a lot of people too. Like I don't trust when somebody tell me like just don't do this. I can take it in consideration. Like this person is telling me to stop it because maybe he's jealous, maybe it's good, maybe he's just aware of something that I'm not aware of. But sure, it's not my wife because she's telling me like don't do this. So why would she just try to stop me from doing something good if it's good?
Yeah.
Probably there is a problem that I didn't take care of, like something I didn't notice in this, which actually it's a good point for somebody like me.
I'm your reality check.
Yeah, and it helps. I mean, sweet words shouldn't not only like saying somebody's beautiful, somebody's helpful, sometimes it's just more realistic than this. Somebody sets me a limit. Somebody tells me like you don't have to overwork so you can over invest in your shop. You can just work and invest according to your budget. The first person who just mentioned me something called budget was my wife. It's a simple thing, I know.
Yeah.
I didn't notice. I didn't see it. I couldn't. So probably I was in a lack of this.
So she showed you.
For sure.
Like, that's the beautiful thing. Like from what I just took out of some of these conversations, like she showed you the budget. She helped
She
you
showed
with the
me
budget.
many things. I always say my wife is my library. She's, I don't read a lot. Not. It's not like hating to read or something. It's just like if I really need to know something about a certain topic, I just try to look for it. I can watch some kind of interviews with some people that is just not only interested in that, but is responsible for whatever they're saying. I prefer it in some kind of podcast version.
Oh, like the way that you receive information. Right.
Yeah, and it's always about something that I want to hear of. So I bet in my life, my book is my wife. Because she tells me a lot of things that makes my mind start to think about something new. Like she starts stopping. She just threw it. I get it, and I started doing my research, think, overthink, and do whatever. But she shows me a lot of things which actually so real because I'm not real. I know myself. I'm not real. Like I'm not in reality.
Yeah.
I'm not living in reality. This is true.
Your own world, right?
I don't know if it's my own word, but it's just my own philosophy. Maybe I can't control this. Like you can't eat something you hate.
Right.
Like so this is the thing. I don't eat things I hate. I just do what I believe in, think of, and it's hard because sometimes it's just not real. It just totally not real. Somebody should show me the way.
You showed him the budget. He showed you how to believe in yourself, and also like see that things are not as hard as they appear to be.
Both of
some
them.
of the things, yeah.
We both have right. Like she's right when she said that budget is a good thing.
Of course.
So you know you're spending money that you already
It's
have.
like we pay attention to different
And
sides of things.
exactly.
Like you take an apple and you can see it from different angles. It works for us. Anything we take, we always give two different perspectives on the same thing. And I
Which
think this
makes it
helps us a
strong.
lot. Yes.
I agree.
I get the apple and I say I'm gonna have some kind of harvest next year. I will be selling apples next year. and she can take the apple and can think of it like we can make juice, we can eat it. It's more realistic. Both of them are important. Both of them are exactly the same important. Just we see them from different perspectives. So sometimes I need somebody to show me that be realistic. Like just do it according to life, not according to your mind, because your mind is sometimes just missing it. Like so it's just a nice thing. It's a skill. I call it a skill, to be honest.
Perspective, I think.
Because I don't have it, so.
I'm more down to earth.
Okay, I said he's there, you're here.
I'm underneath earth too. Like it's not like that. It's just different point of view, different way of thinking, and both of them are important. The same intelligent, the same smart, the same stupid could be the same everything. In this point of view, the same like this one.
Just another perspective.
Yeah. So and it's a skill for me because something I don't know how to do is a skill. So I use her skill, her intelligence. She uses mine. We live through.
Well, that's beautiful. So we came to talk about all kinds of stuff. You know, we talked about the barbershop, a little bit of the history of it and barbering and stuff like that. But we also got some amazing relationship advice, which is incredible.
Just
a lot
to
of
be
gems,
honest,
you know?
it's not that amazing. We have sometimes problems. We sometimes have.
I mean,
It's
advice-
a regular life. Like it's not like butterflies and flowers. And,
Yeah, oh, for sure.
Like we have sometimes bad times, but we know how to just go through it and just pass it and live through. Like just enjoy your life. But we have some kind of this other part of the relationship, like everybody. It's not that colorful too, but, you know.
Yeah, of course, like anything. Right?
Yeah, it's just regular.
Yeah.
It's just regular, and it's okay to just admit it. Like
To disagree.
yeah. It's just okay to disagree.
Yeah, so it was beautiful talking with you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I learned a lot, just about philosophies in life in general, and also about you guys and barbershop and entrepreneurial stuff. So where can we find you guys, the barbershop, online, the social medias, and how to book a haircut here?
You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, Google. Also, if you want to make an appointment, you can use booksy.com, where you can make your appointment yourself, or you can call us or text us or send us a private message on Instagram, on Facebook, and I will definitely reply.
Or you can walk in if you're just next door.
Or
Or you
find
can
us.
even walk in.
Pay us a visit.
Humble people, amazing people, and I'm very happy to meet you guys.
Thank you so
Very
much.
happy
I'm so
to talk
happy to
with
meet
you
you
guys.
too. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.